The latest severe storm that suddenly hit the west coast of Croatia, especially on the Istrian Peninsula, threw the region into chaos within minutes, stranding 30 boats, knocking down trees in camps, scattering debris on roads and injuring dozens of people, paralyzing life on land and sea. The strong westerly wind, which targeted Rovinj and tourist areas such as Porec, Pula, Umag and Cres, hit suddenly at around 1900 local time, reaching a speed of 111 kilometers per hour, and began to shake all structures both at sea and on land. The first effects of the storm were felt in the Rovinj region. Many trees fell in popular campsites such as Amarin and Porec. 7 people were injured when trees fell on tents and caravans in the campgrounds. 3 of the injured are in serious condition, while 1 is being treated in intensive care under life-threatening conditions. 4 others were transferred to Pula General Hospital with minor injuries and are undergoing medical examinations. The destruction caused by the storm was not limited to coastal areas. In Rovinj, it was reported that 30 yachts along the coast were washed ashore due to the storm. These incidents brought maritime traffic to a standstill and caused damage to port infrastructure. More than 50 members of the Rovinj Public Fire Department, together with municipal services and civil defence personnel, responded immediately to the effects of the storm. All emergency services and public officials in the city took an active role on the ground. Mayor Emil Nimčević, in a statement on the incident, asked citizens to be careful and patient and to follow the instructions of the emergency services. Souvenir stands, terraces, beach umbrellas and some small wooden structures in the centre of Rovinj were smashed and blown away by the force of the wind. One of these structures, a wooden shop, was uprooted by the wind and carried meters away. Streets were littered with broken branches, fallen trees and piles of garbage. With calls for help coming in from all over the city, the fire brigade has so far received 55 different calls, 6 of which were directly related to stranded boats. The effects of the storm were also evident in the Porec region. Until 2000 hours, the Porec Public Fire Department responded to 9 different incidents, 2 of which were water evacuations from houses. In addition, 8 different operations were organised to remove fallen trees in the Porto Soli campsite. In this campsite, a tree fell on a caravan, causing great panic. However, the authorities confirmed that there were no injuries in this incident. The storm also hit the city of Pula. So far, however, damage assessments for the entire city are still ongoing. On Cres Island, a tourist was injured after being struck by lightning during the storm. With this incident, not only the physical but also the meteorological effects of the storm became clearer. More than 6,000 lightning strikes were reported in Istria in just 3 hours. These numbers show just how intense and dangerous the storm was. Temporary power outages were experienced in many regions due to wind and lightning. Some areas, especially in rural areas, were completely cut off from communication. Detailed information on the extent of the damage and the repair process will be available after the storm has completely passed. Authorities are trying to control the entire coastline for the safety of the public and to complete damage assessment as soon as possible. According to statements from the meteorological services, weather conditions will continue to be unstable throughout Croatia, especially on the west coast. The Meteorological Office has issued a yellow alert for the regions of Zagreb, Karlovac, Gospić and Rijeka. In addition, strong wind warnings remain in place for Rijeka, Split, the Kavarna region, the Velebit Canal and the west coast of Istria. It was emphasized that Bora-type winds along the Adriatic could reach storm intensity in places and put maritime traffic at risk. Experts stated that in the following days, showers will continue in and around the Adriatic in the morning hours, and the weather may partially clear towards noon. However, weak to moderate winds from the north and northeast may combine with new storm fronts from the west and northwest in the south, posing new risks. Authorities urge citizens to be careful, especially in coastal areas, to follow official warnings and to stay away from open areas if possible. As a result, the sudden storm that hit the coast of Istria within a few hours caused not only physical damage, but also psychological and logistical collapse. The storm has passed, but its legacy will require days of recovery. Authorities are working on both short-term improvements and long-term measures against similar disasters. Infrastructure reinforcements, early warning systems and emergency response plans, especially in campgrounds and coastal cities, are on the agenda. We wish all the people affected by this severe storm in Croatia a speedy recovery. We wish a speedy recovery to those injured and hope that the citizens in the region will be safe as soon as possible.
You okay?
Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to be informed about such disaster news. Your support is very important for us.